Yes, hello. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, everyone, wherever you're watching from. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, and those who have not yet liked, subscribe, please subscribe. Subscribe, please. So, hello, welcome. Those who have not been with us, we have been looking at the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda as amended 1995. Constitution 1995 as amended, right? Yeah. So I didn't say that we know everything in this constitution, just we are reading it together, passing through, checking. So as we know, we have been, those who have been with me, we have been looking at the constitution. Twasokera ku, briefing about it, then tugenda ku chapter 1 the constitution eyo netugimala, tugenda ku chapter 2 the republic nayo netugimala, tugenda ku chapter 3 citizenship nayo netugimala, netugenda ku promotion and protection of human rights, netulaba ba human rights commission waba balina okukola, how are they babateekamu batya sente zivaawa, netulaba ziva mu consolidation fund, byonna zi allowance zaabwe netubivaako. Netugenda ku chapter 5 representation of the people, engeri gye balina okuba akalulu, bla bla. Those who have been with me, they know. Then kati tuli ku chapter 6 the legislature, parliament. Ku chapter 6 wetwalabira migaso kyejja palamenti, babaka ba palamenti, netulaba ku deputy speaker, then speaker, then chapter 6 kati tuli ku article 90 the committees of parliament. So abatandise okundaba leero, let's do this, okay? Please check out my YouTube, like, comment, share, subscribe. So let's begin. Committees of Parliament. Parliament shall appoint standing committees and other committees necessary for the efficient discharge of its function. Parliament yonga yo ejja kwenoonyamu obukomiti, obukiiko, eteekewo obukiiko obunaagiyambako okutambuza ku mirimu yaayo. Okay, then 2, the committees of Parliament shall include sessions committee and committee of the whole house. Obukiiko bw'omu Parliament bujja kubeeramu nga different times, different schedules. Then n'akakiiko akanene aka Parliament yonna, different schedules and different times. Then rules of procedure of Parliament shall prescribe the composition and functions of committees of Parliament. Amateeka ga Parliament gegenda osalawo ki committees za Parliament bye bigenda okwogerako. Okay, in the exercise of their functions under this article, committees of Parliament may call all ministers or any person holding public office and private individuals to submit memorandum or appeal before them to give evidence. Buno obukiiko bwa Parliament buyinza ovaayo ne buyita minisita yenna bwe bwagala. For example, recently akakiiko ka Parliament kavuddeyo ne kayita abakulira ennyonyi aviation, ne bababuuza ebibuuzo, ne tugenda osanga nti abasajja baffe baagula ebinyonyi ebikadde. Kakati ennyonyi Bombardier, Uganda Airways, Uganda Airlines tezirina spare parts, lwakuba nti kampani yabaguza ennyonyi enkadde, kampani yaggalawo, okitegeere. So obukiiko buno obwa komiti ya Parliament bulina obbabuuza what is really going on, sente tulaba ziti temulina spare, kati biki, okitegeera. Waliwo nalaba mu mawulire nti we use like 18 billion to rent a ship, yet a new ship is 18 billion. So like in these situations, obukiiko bwa Parliament buvaayo ne buyita ba ministers responsible ne bubuuza what is really going on. If we have problems in Ministry of Education, they will call Janet Kataha Museveni to explain. If we have problems in defense, they will call Muhoozi Kainerugaba, the CDF. So that's what the committees of Parliament will do. I hope we're together. May co-opt any member of parliament or employ qualified persons to assist them in discharge of their function. Buno obukiiko buyinza okulonda MP ali qualified okukulira akakiiko or do any other function. Shall have the powers of the High Court for 1. Enforcing the attendance of witness and examining them. Obukiiko buno bujja beera n'amaanyi oba like support from the High Court, excuse me, such that bwe bakuyita like they want you to witness on something, they already have the powers from the High Court. They already have whatever they need. On oath, affirmation or otherwise, compelling the production of documents, issuing the commission a request to examine the witness. So buno commission obukiiko bujja kubeera n'amaanyi gonna bwe baba beetaaga ino document, whether they have any request to examine, ebibuuzo byalina kubuuza muntu yenna, they have the authority to do so because it is given to them by the supreme law of the land. Okay, we are still on chapter 6, the legislature, then article 91, exercise of the legislative powers. Subject to the provision of this constitution, the power of the parliament to make laws shall be exercised through bills passed by parliament and assented to by the president. So parliament nga yo ejja kuyisaawo amateeka, bills, then president assigning azikkirize. So eno constitution etulaga parliament ejja kubeera n'amaanyi agakola amateeka, then president bw'agasainingako then awo kiba kibwatuka, tuba tugenda kukola nga etteeka bwe liragira. A bill passed by parliament shall as soon as possible be presented to the president for assent. Bwe bayisa etteeka mu parliament balina olitwalira omukulembeze, president yenna abeerako agenda asooka alyekaanye alisigning, then alibaddize lyeni liyitibwe. Okay, 3. The president shall within 30 days after a bill is presented to him or her assent to the bill. Within 30 days, omwezi gumu gwe baba president okuyisaamu eryo etteeka mu maaso. Return, so after wamala oyisaamu, you will return the bill to parliament within a request that the bill or a particular provision of it reconsidered by parliament, or notify the speaker in writing that he or she refuses to assent the bill. Bw'aba akkiriza, then ajja kulizaayo mu parliament liyisibwe. Bw'aba takkiriza ajja wandiikira speaker amugambe erino etteeka nedda. Where a bill has been returned to Parliament under Clause 3b of this article, Parliament shall reconsider it, and if passed again, it shall be presented for a second time to the President for assent. Bwe ligaanirwa Parliament ejja liyitamu, eriyitemu, weba esobola oddizaayo ng'ekozeemu amendment ezirala eriyizeeyo. Bwe tisobola, olabe ekyokola. Where the president returns the same bill twice under clause 3 of this article, and the bill is passed for the third time with the support of at least 2/3 of all members of parliament, the speaker shall cause a copy of the bill to be laid before parliament, and the bill shall become law without the assent of the president. Ababaka ba parliament bwe baliremerako emirundi 3 nga balizaayo nga omukulembeze agaanye olisayiningako emirundi 3 ate nga 2/3 of all the members balikkiriza, lisobola oyita nga ne president talisayininzeeko. So that is allowed. Bwe tuteesa mu parliament nga abantu tuweerako like 2/3 of the people, ne tusindika etteeka omulundi ogw'okusooka, Museveni the current president n'aligaana, ne tuddamu ne tusindika naddamu n'agaana oddisayininga, ne tuddamu ne tusindika naddamu, si myezi 3 nga tusindika ate nga bamemba tuweerako. So the bill shall be passed according to the constitution 1995 as amended. Okay. Where the president refuses to assent to the bill under clause 3c of this article, parliament may reconsider the bill, and if passed, the bill shall be presented to the president for assent. bwe balimusindikira ng'agaana bajja ddiisa ate bwe bamala baddemu balimusindikire nga tulabe. Refuses to assent to the bill which has been reconsidered and passed under paragraph A of clause 4 of this article, the Speaker shall, upon refusal, if the bill was so passed with the support of at least 2/3 of all members of Parliament, cause a copy of the bill to be laid before the Parliament, and the bill shall become law without assent of the President. So nga bwe tukirabyeko bwekityo ekiri. Where the President fails to do any of the articles specified in clause 3 of this article within the period prescribed in that clause, that is 30 days, the President shall be taken to have assented to the bill, and at the expiration of that period, the Speaker shall cause a copy of the bill to be laid before the Parliament, and the bill shall become a law within the assent of the President. Tukategedde lwaki babeera bakaddamu. A bill passed by Parliament and assented to by the President, or which has otherwise become a law under this article, shall be an act of Parliament and shall be published in the Gazette. Etteeka bwe balikola ababaka ba Parliament ne balisindika ewa President, who is the President the current time, n'alikiriza, then that shall mean that it shall be an act of the Parliament. Ekikolwa kya Parliament. Not an act of anyone else, not an act of the President, but an act of the Parliament. Okay, then chapter 92, restriction or retrospective legislature. Parliament shall not pass any law to alter the decision or judgment of any court as between the parties to the decision of the judgment. Kikyo kyolaba nti bwe babaawo kye babuuza speaker mu kooti asobola ogamba nedda ogwo omusango gukyali mu kooti tetukkirizibwa ogwogerako. So that is what they always mean. According to the constitution, omusango bwe gubeera mu kooti, parliament oba judiciary tesobola gwogerako. Okay. Restriction on financial matters. Tulabe ebyensimbi babagaana batya. Parliament shall not, unless the bill or the motion is introduced on behalf of the government, A. Proceed upon a bill, including amendment bill, that make provision of any of the following. 1. The imposition of taxes or the alteration of taxes. Parliament tegenda kuyisa amateeka agakola ki upon the government agakkirizibwa kale ebikwatagana ku by'emisolo, ebikwatagana ku by'ensimbi, Parliament tejja kukkirizibwa kuyisibwamu amateeka unless the bill is on behalf of the government. So Parliament tejja kukola ku byenfuna unless okujjako nga government yekirese kivudde ku baminister ba government, unless it is part of the government. Otherwise than by reduction, the imposition of a charge on the consolidation fund or other public fund of Uganda, or on the alteration of any such charge, otherwise than by reduction, the payment issue or withdraw from the consolidation fund or other public fund of Uganda, or of any monies that charged on that fund, or any increase in the amount of the payment issue or withdraw the composition or remission of the debt due to government of Uganda. Then B, proceed upon a motion, including an amendment to a motion, the effect of which would be make provision for any of the purposes specified in paragraph A of this article. So bino byonna bagezaako tutegeeza nti if this bill is not brought by the government on behalf of the government, Parliament shall not do this if and what. Bwe kiba nga tekivudde ku side ya government, Parliament ejja kumanya mbu simanyi no. So that is Parliament, how the Parliament is restricted on financial matters according to the Constitution. So let's go on Article 94, Rules of Procedures in Parliament. Rules of Procedures in Parliament. Subject to the provision of this Constitution, Parliament may make rules to regulate its own procedure, including the procedure of its committees. Parliament ejja kukola amateeka agalina okugobererwa ne bwe bubanga zi committees ze bayita rules of procedures. Kyova olaba speaker babayo ne bagamba according to this blah blah simanyi rules of procedure kigambibwa nti Kahinda Otafiire tolina kujja mu parliament ng'oyambadde bitenje. Kahinda Otafiire n'agamba kino si kitenje no saati. Katemba bananga abeera mu parliament. Okay. Parliament may act notwithstanding a vacancy in its membership. Parliament may act notwithstanding a vacancy in its membership. Wano bagezaako tutegeeza nti Parliament tejja kukkiriza bituli mu Parliament, tejja kukkiriza spaces, tejja kukkiriza vacancies. Mbwa kati MP we Kyaddondo taliiwo mukati biki no, if he's not there twalabyeko what we should do. If you didn't see, go check the recent videos. And they should follow up, they should make nebakola revoting, nebaddamu nebakuba akalulu. Okay. The presence of the participation of a person not entitled to be present or to participate in the proceedings of Parliament shall not by itself invalidate those proceedings. Omuntu wajja nga talina bbeerawo ate n'atandika okuparticipating, that won't be allowed. Okay. The rules of procedures of Parliament shall include the following provisions. Amateeka ga Parliament galina okugenderako bino bye bigalimu. The Speaker shall determine the order of business in Parliament and shall give priority to government business. Wow, kano kapya. The Speaker shall determine the order of business in Parliament and shall give priority to government business. Speaker yagenda okukola ki? Okukontrolinga business mu Parliament. Kiki ekiba kigenda maaso naye aina okuwa priority to government business. Government ija ina okuwa ki kutwala ng'ensonga enkulu ebintu bya government priority oba bakigamba batya mu Luganda. It shall give priority to government business. Okay. A member of Parliament has the right to move a private member's bill. Oli bw'aleeta bill, member of Parliament asobola okugyongerayo. Agamba, we shall discuss it later. We shall do this on that bill. Okay. So these rules include the rules include this provision. The member moving the private member's bill shall be afforded reasonable assistance by the Department of Government whose of operation is affected by the bill. Government webanga eyo bill gye baagala oleeta eyina engeri gye gikosaamu, government ye ejja gisupportinga nti bagimoving oba bagikansole oba bagijjewo. Okay, just in case it's against the provision of the government. The office of the Attorney General shall afford the member moving the private member's bill professional assistance in the drafting of the bill. Wano Attorney General wagiramu. Attorney General naye asobola okuyambako ono agezaako moving a bill if it's not in favor of the government's business. Sessions of Parliament. So tulabye rules of procedures. Tulaba nti speaker alina okukola naye okusinga, alina okukolera ku side ya government. Priority should be government business. According to the constitution. Okay, Article 95, Sessions of Parliament. Where a new parliament is elected, the president shall, by proclamation, appoint the place and date not beyond 7 days after the expiry of the term of the parliament or of the extended period as the case may be for the first sitting of the new parliament. Parliament ebagironda, president ye kennyini ajja kuteekawo date and time kiseera Parliament bwenaddamu otuula in case of the expiry of Parliament. A session of Parliament shall be held at such place within Uganda and shall be commenced at such time as the Speaker may, by proclamation or appoint. Parliament ejja bbeerawo ku ssaawa speaker z'abagenda okwogera ate ne mu kifo nga kiri mu Uganda. Parliament ya Uganda togenda gisanga ng'eri Rwanda oba Kenya. So the parliament shall be in Uganda. Speaker bw'agamba nti kati tulinayo olutuula lwa parliament lwakubiri ssaawa 4, that will be it. Okay. The speaker may, after consultation with the president, prorogue parliament by proclamation. Wano bagezako tugamba speaker ayinza okugamba nti kati leero session ya leero ewedde kati wadde ng'ensonga tezinaggwa oba what they are discussing about tekinaggwa ne bagamba so we shall meet the next Tuesday or we shall meet the next Monday. So but after ngamaze consulting the president. A session of parliament shall be held at least once a year, but the period between one session and the next following session shall be less than 12 months. 1 year, 12 months. 1 year is 12 months. Yeah. So a session of parliament shall be held at least once a year. Parliament tuina baino attendinga waakiri mulundi gumu mu mwaka, waakiri at least once a year. Naye session emu kale we tugambe nti balina bye badiscussing ne bitaggwa ne bagamba tujja kuddamu edda. So eryo ebbanga session after the next session terina ssuka myezi 12. So what's the difference? Myezi 12 mwaka gumu, it's the same fucking thing. Okay. Notwithstanding any other provision of this article, at least 1/3 of all members of parliament may, in writing signed by them, request a meeting of parliament, and the speaker shall summon parliament to meet with 21 days after receipt or request. Ababaka ba parliament baba baagala tuula nga balina kye baagala okwogerako bajja kuwandiikira ani speaker wa parliament ne bamuwandiikira at least within 21 days. Within 21 days then never meeting. So that was Article 95. Then Article 96, dissolution of Parliament. Parliament shall stand dissolved upon the expiration of its term as prescribed by Article 77 of this Constitution. Parliament shall stand dissolved upon the expiration of its term. Excuse me. Okay. Article 97, parliamentary immunities and privileges. Parliamentary immunities and privileges. No privileges. The speaker, the deputy speaker, members of parliament, and any other person participating or assisting acting in connection with or reporting the proceedings of parliament or any of its committee shall be entitled to such immunities and privileges as parliament shall by law. Speaker wa parliament, deputy speaker, bamemba ba parliament, bakilaka ba parliament, simanye abasiimula, simanye ba housekeeping, bonna abakola mu parliament. Parliament ejja teekawo amateeka nga bwe balina okukikola ki okufunamu privileges. Okay. Notwithstanding Article 41 of this Constitution, no member or office of Parliament and no person employed to take minutes of evidence before Parliament or any committee of Parliament shall give evidence elsewhere in respect of the contents of such minutes of evidence of the contest of any document laid before Parliament or any such committee as the case may be, or in respect of any proceeding or examination held before Parliament or such committee without the special leave of Parliament first obtained. Parliament webeteesa byebateeseza oba minutes oba biki, they are not supposed to be, they're not supposed to be sent anywhere like evidence or something. No, it should stay in Parliament. Okay, 3. The special leave referred to in clause 2 of this article may, during a recess or adjournment of Parliament, be given by the Speaker, or in absence of incapacity of Speaker, or during a dissolution of Parliament, by the Clerk of Parliament. The special leave referred to in clause 2 during recess adjournment may be given by the Speaker. So bagamba wano leave eno gye twogeddeko mu verse 2 wane, it should be given by only Speaker, or if the Speaker is not present, then the Clerk of the Parliament. Okay, so that was all about the Legislature, the Parliament. So we are going to chapter 7, the Executive, the President. The President himself. So we shall begin from there. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. We shall begin from the Executive, chapter 7, the President of Uganda. Okay, see you, bye.